But Lecitus is coming down right now.
What's up,
Lecitus
Lecitus?
Smith,
Good
what's
to see you,
going
my
on, man?
Thanks for joining us.
Grabbing his headset, sitting down. I'm sure he's going to say some very nice things about his quarterback as well, just like Zach Ertz did just a couple minutes ago. Lecitus, what's going on, man? Putting that headset on. He loves. I know he's a guy. He's a friend of the microphone. He loves to jump on the mic. He loves to give his takes.
The star of Hard Knocks, if you will.
That's right.
I felt like he was the standout of Hard Knocks this year.
That I've heard it a few times. And I mean, there's nothing like that. I was just happy to be on there.
Well, you got an infectious personality, and listen, the season didn't go, I think, as you guys would have hoped, and you got your welcome to the NFL moment. I mean, you're a fifth-round pick, right? And then be thrust into the lineup, and now you're going to have a new head coach in year two. How are you processing all this a year removed from college football?
Man, it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was definitely an eventful season. Like you said, losing our coach at the end and the season not going as well as we like, and our starting quarterback getting hurt.
Yeah.
A lot of things didn't go our way at all. But, I wouldn't have rather do it with a different, set of guys in the locker room. We definitely made it joyful, because it was very long. We, early on in the season, midway through the season at least, we felt like, we don't know how this is going to end up.
Yeah.
But we just kept fighting and going to work every day. So, like I said, I'd rather do it with the same group of guys, but I had to do it all over again.
Yeah.
I was covering you guys on a daily basis out there at the facility in Tempe, and I can attest to that. It didn't seem like, anything changed. You guys kept, head down, hard work, and I'm sure that you were tweaking things behind the scenes and putting in the work where you felt like it needed to be. But just talk about your rookie season. because some guys are more fortunate than you. You got your opportunities, no doubt about that. But, talk about thrown to the wolves in some – you were the star of Hard Knocks because you balled out against Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
Right. Like you said, it was – I'm going to be honest. Going into the season, I didn't really expect to touch the field.
Yeah.
Late round pick, and I'm thinking like, okay, I'm here to learn, this first year at least. I'm here to learn and just do the best I can during these practice reps and show these coaches that I'm ready. Next thing I know, I forgot who we played right before the Rams, but it was the Seahawks. I'm sorry. It was the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And Will Hernandez ended up getting a little banged up. It was very unfortunate. He ended up hurting his shoulder a little bit. And next thing I know, coach throws me in versus the Seahawks, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like I'm really out here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I just do what I know. I do it as I'm taught, as he taught me in practice. So I'm just out there, working against those, those older vets and more experienced guys. And then next thing I know, after that game, he goes, hey, Cito, like, you're our guy. If Will can't go, you're our guy for next week. And I look at the roster. I look at the schedule like, wait, who we got next week? The Rams. So no, but it was a very good experience. And I watched so much film on Aaron Donald.
Yeah.
I watched so much.
Yeah.
Take me through that start, because we got people giving you love in the chat. Arizona Animal, he did great with a capital great against Aaron Donald. What was your mindset going into that week against number 99?
Man, I just knew it was going to take everything I had. And I'm talking about mentally, physically, just everything I had. And like I said, every day that week, I'm not only going as hard as I can at practice and making sure I'm having great attention to detail, but also when I get to the house and it's time to watch film, I'm watching a lot of film. I barely slept the night before the game.
Yeah.
Just being honest, I'm like staying up late, just like looking, just his every move, just looking.
It's nightmare fuel, too. just watching 99 play.
He plays with those knives in practice. Have you seen those videos?
Yes. So all I know is, like I said, I barely slept, but I watched so much film. I knew, okay, this is as prepared as I can get.
Yeah.
Now it's time to go out there and actually put it on display, for the world to see. So I just remember standing on the sideline we warmed up. I'm standing on the sideline right before the game, and I'm like, I'm ready to go. Like, whatever. Like, he's going to feel me. I'm ready.
Yeah.
And all I know is, if you ever watch, sometimes they put the camera on him on the sideline right before he comes out.
Yeah.
And I just remember him standing there with the D-line as they was getting ready to take the field, and he started doing that thing when he twists his legs really, really fast, like he's ready to go, and he started doing that like he's warming up. And I was like, oh, my God, he's about to go crazy. The only time I ever seen him do that was on TV. Like, I'd be at home watching the game, and I see him do that. And now I'm like, he's now warming up, getting ready to go. And
you're the guy.
I'm the only guy between him and the quarterback.
Yeah, nowhere to hide, and he chewed up and spit out some big time guards in his day. But the adversity didn't stop as far as the playing field. I mean, 4 of the 5 starters went down. Right, there was a coach that was dismissed during the season. I mean, it was a challenging year. Talk about the veterans on the staff, including your guy Kelvin Beacham. How much of a role did he play and have to kind of take on because of all the stuff that was going on around the organization?
Man, he played a huge role. I mean, he acted as a second coach for that offensive line.
Yeah.
And I truly mean it. I mean, he's one thing about Beach, and there's quite a few guys in that locker room that's this way, but he's a guy that is consistent, very consistent. And when I'm talking about the time he shows up to work from the time he leaves, what he does day in and day out, and the type of treatment he does to his body, he is very consistent, and he helped out a whole lot when it came to those young guys especially. Mm-hmm. Just do what you need to do. Be on time. Be consistent. Just talking about how to play a long career in this league, talking to me and the other rookie, Marquise Hayes, and just giving us a lot of free game. Mm-hmm. Like I said, he acted as a second coach. We very, very much needed that. Like you said, with us having so many backups playing.
He had his own nickname for you, Leroy.
Leroy. It was because one of the first weeks I was here, the O-line coach at the time, Coach Sean Kugler, made us rookies stand up in front of the whole room, in front of the O-line room, and say something interesting about ourselves. So I said that I had 2 middle names, and I didn't want to say it, but I didn't know what else to think about. So I said I have 2 middle names, and I attempted to walk to my seat. They go, no. What are they?
Yeah.
Like, what are your middle names? So I'm like, Leroy and Javars, and he literally just smiles really big and go, Leroy. Okay, and he calls me that every time now. He doesn't call me anything else.
I have 2 middle names. We're brotherhood.
Do you really?
Yeah.
What are your 2 middle names?
It's not as cool as Leroy.
I'm sure it's not.
It's Ivan Perry.
Okay.
For everybody that wants to find my information online and maybe.
Yeah, give us your social.
Let
me ask you this, because this coaching search, we cover it daily. It's been exhausting for us. Have you gotten wrapped up in this? Because it is a little unusual for a coaching search to go into mid-February. Do you find yourself kind of tracking everything, or are you just like, just tell me when we hire somebody?
I'm kind of on the boat as just tell me when we hire somebody, because I just don't want to get caught up in it. And I hate to say it like that, but I mean, I'm going to work every single day. I've already started back training. I'm working with the strength staff, with our strength staff. Strength staff, I'm sorry. But I'm working out with them and training every day and make sure I'm grinding. So no matter who gets hired, I know I have to put my best foot forward and show up to work every day. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it. But, yes, it is a little stressful when I have people come to me like, man, you got any insight who the new coach is going to be? And I'm like, I will know when y'all know.
Yeah.
Like, when y'all go to Twitter and see it, is when I'll see it.
It's like Bidwell and Austin Porter, like, hey, Cito, this is who we're looking at. What do you think?
Man, like, I have no insight.
Like, when you saw that Sean Payton stuff 2 weeks ago, like, what was going through your mind? Can we talk about that for a second?
Excited. I thought we were going to get Sean Payton.
Yeah.
And you have so many people around the country just like, and especially Cardinals fans, like, oh, we're going to get him. I know we're going to get him. And then I seen the thing about him and Mr. Bidwell leaving the facility after a long meeting together in Mr. Bidwell's car, and I'm like, oh, we for sure got him.
Yeah.
They're like this now. We got him.
It was an emotional day for all of us.
Oh my goodness!
Some dumb podcast ran with that. Like, it was going to happen.
They had me.
Yeah.
They had me. I see Denver picked him up, and then it was said that we were going to get D'Amico Ryan.
Yeah.
From the former Dolphins head coach, and
Brian Flores.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm so
D'Amico's
sorry.
over there. No, you're good. San Francisco,
We
DC.
like both those guys.
We talked about those guys a lot.
There's like 4 or 5 guys we really liked, and
Right.
then for whatever reason it didn't transpire. And so, like, we're at the point where we're just kind of putting our hands up. Like, what it is what it is at this point.
Right, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Brian Flores is what I meant. But we said that we were going to get him, and I just don't know. I don't know which ways this is going to go. I don't know.
You know, we have some people in the chat asking about a fellow rookie who unfortunately couldn't play this season. Looked great as far as preseason and training camp. Marquise Hayes. What's the latest on Marquise?
Marquise is doing really, really well. It was very, very tough for him. I would put that out there. And just said it was really hard for him this past season because I remember when he first got the news, you know, obviously it was, you know, some insight things that happened in the facility. And,
Yeah.
you know, injury situation and whatever. I'm not going to really speak on it because I don't feel like it's my place to do so.
Yeah.
But But it was very hard for him not being able to put on those pads the
Yeah.
whole season. I mean, me and him sat down and talked about it a number of times, and he very much wanted to be on that field. And I can tell you that he's looking forward to next season a whole lot, especially like OTAs and even camp.
Well, you guys have a leg up because right now I think you're like the only 2 interior offensive linemen left standing on the roster. I mean, with all due respect, Justin Pugh's a free agent. Rodney Hudson, there's talk centered around his retirement potentially. Will Hernandez is a free agent. I mean, it's you guys from this rookie class last year.
Yeah.
Do you put like extra pressure on yourself? Like, yeah, this is my job next year.
No. I never think that way. I never have the mindset of, oh, well, when I look at the roster, I mean, I'm the only one, like you said, still standing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for sure mine, because that's how you find yourself getting complacent. So I never like to think like that. Nor do I ever want to be promised a job. Like, I don't even want a coach coming to me going, hey, you're our guy next year. You don't know that. What if we go to OTAs and I'm not your guy?
Yeah.
Then it was, it's all for nothing. So I'm going to keep my head down. I'm going to grind and work day in and day out like I know how to do, and I'm going to definitely fight for that spot, but I don't want to be handed anything.
That's a great mindset to have. They're wrapping us. You got more things to do here on Radio Row. Real quick, keep it under 30 seconds. You've talked a lot about playing the center position. Is that something that you see in your future, or you feel like you're a guard?
For sure. I see myself playing all 3 interior positions, and I'm going to put that out there. I can play center, I can play right guard, I can play left guard. I can do it all in the
Just
inside.
go to Kyler's house right now, and you guys can start working on exchanges. Can we just do that?
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit him up after this. I'll go there right after this.
Yeah, let's all
Erd said
connect.
he's a big FaceTime guy.
Yes. You have a few guys like that. Marquise Hayes is the same way. Guys that you're like, oh, bro, call me, and it's like FaceTime. Always FaceTime. So.
Lecitus, Cito, Leroy,
Awesome.
Smith.
Thanks, man.
Awesome stuff, man. Enjoy your time in Radio Row. Look forward to seeing you out there next season.
Thank you very much for having me. Have a great one.